Wisconsin Sports Radio Network mobile studios. Tim Allen, Steve Sparky Pfeiffer. I was hoping it would be a 4-2 because that would have been the first time in the modern history of baseball that 3 consecutive games ended in a 4-2 score. And the home team winning all 3 of them. I'm just making all this up.
I was going to say, that's the most random crap I've ever heard in my life from you. What are you talking about?
All right, been a while since we are live and on location at State Fair here. I have not done the post-game show here at the State Fair for, I don't know how many years.
Since you were with us the first time. So
I think so.
Probably would have been 2019 was probably the last time.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because 2020 was COVID, right? Yeah. So 2019 probably. 2019 was the last time you were going.
Yeah. So, the Brewers get the victory 5-2 the final. And how about Dustin May? We'll start right there. Dustin May with his Brewers debut, 6 innings, a couple of runs. Somebody guessed on the postgame show last night.
Who was that?
6 innings, 2 runs.
Indeed.
No, I think that was me.
Oh, you do, huh? Okay. We'll go with that. Good job, Timmy.
No, it was Stevie. He went 6 innings, 2 runs, and right on the button for Dustin May. And does it make you feel a little bit better now?
Can we stop with this? Can we please? I don't want to do 2 hours of this. Can we please not do the actions be more than 2 hours? 2 hours and 20 minutes of this? Because immediately upon 6 innings and 2 runs, I get a text message. So, are you happy now about that trade?
Yeah.
Stop.
Because you bring up Ragsdale and
Frias both home runs last night. Yeah. Frias was a grand slam.
I mean,
this does not solve anything. Listen, at the end of the day, they go win the World Series. Dustin May's the guy, one of the guys along the way. Yes, then it's like, okay, fine. Right. That was a great deal no matter who you gave up. Could have given up a day in that deal. Wouldn't have mattered because you won the World Series. We'll probably never see it again in our lifetime, so we'll be very, very excited. They go to the playoffs and get bounced early or get bounced by the Cubs or something, and he doesn't pitch well in the postseason, but then run it high.
Okay.
I'm going to be loud.
All right. Well, you can then track your minor leaguers.
I am.
On the down low.
No, it won't be on the down low.
No. Well, then we're going to track Dustin May on the surface then.
Of course. Yes, as we should. And he pitched well today.
Yes, he did. Yes. He did. All right. Your reaction here. You're coming out of American Family Field right now. It's probably a couple of baseball throws away from where we're sitting right now. If you happen to be doing the double dip today, the Brewer game and State Fair, there's a really good band right over there.
There have been really good bands here all day.
Yeah, right. They were playing Bon Jovi when I came in. They were playing Def Leppard.
Is your band playing here?
Yeah, we are.
When?
A week from today. As a matter of fact, 1 o'clock a week from today, my band's going to be then. And if you want to come on over and laugh at me, that's okay too. Yeah, that's all right.
You all could be called the traitors who wear the council with the Cubs jersey all up there together.
That would be good. I thought about attiring the band in maybe NFL referee uniforms.
Oh, that could be fun.
What about umpire? Just you dress as umpires?
Traitors are better.
Yeah,
That would be better.
Nicolay Law talking text line at 414-677-1250. We'll go back and get you updated on how this game shook out. Dustin May would walk the leadoff man, but then he struck out the next 3 in order. He had a balk called on him. But he, 23 pitches in that first inning. I didn't think he was going to get through 6, but he did. Bottom of the first inning, wow, the Brewers played from the lead with 1 out. It was Jackson Churio.
Jackson Churio with a home run. His second in 30 days.
Yes.
Brewers strike first on this Thursday afternoon.
Guess who's starting to heat up a little bit? That is the Brewers left fielder, Jackson Churio. 1-0 as they went into the top of the second. Dustin May would throw a scoreless frame, then hit a man in there. Inning-ending line shot double play that ended that inning. And the Brewers empty in the third inning, or the second inning, into the third. 1-0, quick 7-pitch, 1-2-3 frame for May in that third inning. looked like he was settling in at that point. And in the bottom of the third inning, the Brewers extended their lead. It was a leadoff walk to David Hamilton. That's dangerous, obviously, because he stole second base. He moves over on a wild pitch. And we need to get into a discussion about this guy, but Cooper Pratt got the ball in play and got the Brewers a run. That was a sac fly, yeah. And so it was 2-zip at that point. What are his plate appearances now? I mean, in terms of Cooper Pratt.
Cooper Pratt's been absolutely killing it this year so far. Again, what is the exact? You have a sample size where you're like, okay, now we know that this kid is real versus, well, he's off to a hot start, and that's all it is at the end of the day. What's that number?
That's right. Well, I would say 200 to 250 at bats, at least on the surface.
So he's definitely not there.
No,
I think
I'm
this
guess
was
140.
Not even. So coming into today, I believe, if this is correct, he's at 126 at bats prior to today.
That's plate appearances or AB?
That's at bats.
Okay, so go plate appearances, and you probably add 15.
All right, so plate appearances. Let's see if I can find
I'm going to guess around 140 because it's starting to stack up, and we're starting to get a little bit clearer picture on Cooper Pratt.
Yeah, no doubt. Plate appearances, 148.
Yeah, okay. So at what point do you say, he's going to be there for, 6 years easy? 7 easy? I don't know. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but Cooper Pratt looks like he's a keeper. There's no doubt. 2-zip.
But Sal Frelick had a good year last year.
I can't hear you.
I said Sal Frelick had a good year last year.
He did.
Right.
Sure.
He had a good year last year, and now what? So let's just calm down on we got him for the next 6 years. He's going to be a stud.
You can tell.
What?
You can tell. He's going to be the kid 2.0.
Don't do that to Robin Young. That's not fair, Robin Young. It's not fair to put that on Cooper Pratt. I think Cooper Pratt's going to be good. I'm just saying, I think the key to Cooper Pratt being 2.0, he's got to find his power. That's his next step. That's his next development.
Look at the frame on him.
6'3", 6'4". Yeah, he's got the frame.
He's going to develop.
Yeah, right.
There's no doubt. He's going to put some muscle mass on. He's going to mature a little bit. But now, 2-zip, Brewers in sort of control, not really against this pesky Pirates team, into the fourth inning, and Dustin May into a whole mess of trouble. Ouch. It could have been worse, though. However, a leadoff home run made it 2-1. Then a base hit by, you guessed it, Reynolds. Then another base hit, first and second, nobody out, one in. And then a base hit that scored the run to tie the game. However, thank you, Pittsburgh. Thank you. What do we know? We know you don't make that out at third base. And Garrett Mitchell hosed him at third base for that first out. And then a couple of fly balls just ended that inning. That base running mistake right there by the Pirates absolutely was instrumental in this one.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. And the Brewers almost had that happen to them the other night. Mitchell would have been out had that ball been caught by the third baseman. Remember, he was about to make the third out at third base.
Yeah.
He ended up scoring the run because they had to catch the ball at third base. So the Brewers have been known to make their own dumb decisions on the base paths as well.
And this was a lucky one, but it was tied 2-2 into the bottom of the fourth inning. Now I'm thinking, no, man, don't split with this team. No answer for the Crew in the bottom of the fourth inning, and Dustin May bounced right back. A 1-2-3 fifth inning, stayed 2-2 into the bottom of the fifth inning. And then the Brewers hit the scoreboard again in the bottom of the fifth inning. It was off the bat of Gary Sanchez. Yeah. I'm on my way to State Fair at that time, and I'm screaming in the car. I thought that was a huge homer for Sanchez. He needs to get back going, but he hasn't really played in almost a week. So, the Brewers took the lead 3-2. With 2 outs, they went back to work. A double by the aforementioned Cooper Pratt. And that was a 2-out, 2-strike double for Pratt. That proved to be big because Bryce Durang knocked it home.
The benefits of putting the ball in play.
Yes.
It is 4-2 Milwaukee.
Yeah, and it's a 4-2 lead into the sixth inning. Was Dustin May going to go back out? Indeed, he did. Walking the leadoff man, fell behind Reynolds 3-1. Now, that was pivotal in this game as well. Brewers had just retaken the lead, and you allow a leadoff base or a leadoff walk, and then you fall behind Brian Reynolds 3-1. That was a moment of truth as he struck him out, got the next two hitters, and finished his job. 6 innings, 2 runs for Dustin May. And I think that was a pretty fine Brewers debut for Dustin May.
We were talking about it in Wisconsin Sports Daily while the game was going on. They really haven't had that much time to really either make him better or fix or whatever, however you want to say what they're going to do with Dustin May. They haven't really seen him out there themselves just focused on him, right? When he's on the other team, yeah, you kind of watch, but you're not watching like he's one of your guys. And now you're kind of learning, okay, what pitch mix do you want to use with him? I would guess pitch mix will be used a little bit differently than what it was in St. Louis. They'll have their own ideas of how to maximize him maybe differently. Not that he was bad in St. Louis, but just differently done. I think you'll know by September 1st how good this dude's going to be with this coaching staff.
I agree, because you got to give them time to work with those guys.
Yes.
So we'll see. Brewers attack on run in the 6th inning. A leadoff hustle double for Garrett Mitchell, and he was there for Andrew Vaughn.
Vaughn into left field base. Mitchell out of free throw, right to the moving home. Here comes Mitchell, and he's in there.
And that made it 5-2, and that was your final as DL Hall. He did come into the 7th inning. Not a good way to start. Base hit, then a scare, a deep shot to the wall for the first out. But then a great play from Luis Lara to double off that runner at first base. Comes in to make the grab, comes up firing, and he doubled off the runner. That was huge in this game as well. This was a really, really good-looking win for the Brewers as Aaron Ashby then threw a scoreless 8th inning, and Chad Patrick allowed a couple of base runners in that 9th inning, but locked in the Brewers' victory and got that save. Brewers 72-43, remaining atop the National League Central. And there's your 5-2 victory. They take 3 of 4 against the Pittsburgh Pirates.
When was the last time the Brewers threw out multiple runners on the base paths in the same game?
Oh, yeah, good question.
I mean, I don't have one. Not off the top of my head.
I mean, all up and down this lineup, this was a team win. This was a team win. Terang played exceptional defense. Luis Lara, the base running by the hustle double. A couple of hustle doubles in this one. Pratt and Garrett Mitchell. Garrett Mitchell threw out a runner at third base. Sanchez homered. You didn't need to use Contreras. You did, however, use Christian Yelich. Those of you wondering what Christian Yelich backed up that game yesterday with.
That is
Want to give him the line on Yelich?
Christian Yelich, yeah. Did he get, I was on the air obviously, did he get the huge cheers and all that like he did last night, or was he just another guy in the lineup?
No, he did.
He did get it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So let's see here. Christian Yelich.
1 minute.
I don't see Christian Yelich.
On over.
No, I don't see him in the lineup. I'm looking at an old game.
0 for 4.
There you
yeah,
go.
Nothing for Christian Yelich. He grounded out twice and struck out.
I wasn't gonna say it. I just want someone else to say it.
Well.
I don't want to be accused of picking on Yelich.
Nope.
I'm gonna defend Christian Yelich. I'm defending him. That he should play and then he's gonna come through.
Yeah, well, y'all keep saying that.
Okay.
I'll keep going.
All right. So now the Brewers take 3 of 4 right after the deadline, feeling a little bit better. We got a lot of time for you guys. 414-677-1250 live here at the State Fair. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
Basically.
All right.
Video.
Thank you. Working on it. Got a lot of things for us.
I know. What's up, guys?
What's happening?
Go ahead.
Oh, those results are good from American Family Field. Another Brewers victory. That's a winning streak. That's called 3 in a row. You took 3 or 4 over those pesky Pirates, and you paid them back a little bit as they owned you coming into this series. Let's see, Brewers were 1-6 coming in. Now they're 4-7 in the 11, right?
I think so. Yep.
Yeah, 4-7. So a little bit better. There's Steve Sparky Pfeiffer, Tim Allen. We are live here and on location at the 2026 Wisconsin State Fair.
So before we came on, you wanted an injury update on Jake Bauers.
Yes.
Adam McKelvey 1 minute ago on X. Jake Bauers was available in an emergency today.
Yeah.
The Brewers are hopeful he'll play tomorrow, according to Pat
go.
Murphy.
There we go. Much needed. And that's going to tell you where Yelly's going to bat in the lineup once they get Bauers and Vaughn in. But then how do you keep Lara out? And then how do you keep Sal Frelick out when he comes back? All good problems to have offensively.
They should have traded somebody else.
No.
Yeah, you could have traded Vaughn. You clearly don't view him the same way you view Bauers. You could have traded Vaughn and potentially saved one of those prospects.
Just got to know.
He's under contract for next year too.
Charlie, you're looking super, by the way, today. I appreciate the way you look today.
I appreciate that.
Nice and good. All right, so got a text this morning from a buddy of mine that said after this deadline now, with what not only the Brewers in your mind have done or not done during the deadline, but what other teams have done or not done, did it change any World Series aspirations for you, Tim? That was the question. Did it change? Did it get any better? Did it get worse because the Dodgers, they got another pitcher, or the Cubs, or whatever? Maybe the Phillies got a little bit better. They can, knock off a team and pull a victory in a postseason series. So the question was to me, do you still think they can win the World Series? That literally, he didn't use aspire because I don't think he's smart enough to do that. But do you think the Brewers can still win the World Series? And that's what I'm going to ask today, at least for the time being. Do you still think the Brewers can win the World Series? I know we've been splitting hairs here on this show the last several months. Man, the months are just flying here.
Fantasy football draft should be coming up here shortly.
Oh, I'm already checking my calendar. It's been splitting hairs and it's been semantics a little bit because I've noticed on the air or on our talk and text line that people have said getting to the World Series more than winning the World Series. I don't know if you've noticed that, but that's something I've noticed.
I don't think I have noticed it, but, I mean, if you beat the damn Dodgers and then lose the thing, I'm just going to be amazed. Because that really is technically the World Series. They're the best team in baseball. I know the record says the Brewers are. I get it. But when they're healthy, if they get healthy, they're going to be the most talented team on paper. And I know the game's not played on paper, Sparky.
That's right.
Fine. But Brewers, Dodgers, NLCS, that will probably be the World Series. Because regardless of what comes out of the AL, there's no chance they're going to be as talented as the Dodgers. So if you win that game, I think most of us will be going to the World Series expecting them to win.
You could make the argument that the Dodgers should have lost the World Series.
Sure.
If you watch that Game 7, that Game 7 was amazing, by the way. And normally I kind of ignore once the Brewers are bounced.
Yep.
But that game, any Game 7 of a World Series, I mean, come on. I'd be derelict in duty if I didn't follow that game. But, you had a great defensive play. They were that close from losing the World Series. So you can't tell me that this Brewer team couldn't kind of play that way in the NLCS. So has it changed anything for you? So quite frankly, look at the records now. I'm not going to do math on the air, but a 72-43 record, is that where they're at?
Let's see.
72-43, you add those up. And is that one...
Let's see.
I don't even want to.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
No.
We're in radio for a reason.
Right,
dude.
there's upper 40s in games left.
Right, I mean, 72-43, so they're, 115 games in. Yeah. So right. They're, 57 games left to go? 47 left to go? 47 left to go.
Yep. So 47 games left. I mean, a lot can happen. We're all well aware of that. But you could also make the argument that it's only 47 games left, and why wouldn't you say they could based on what they've done thus far? Not just the trade deadline, based on that record and how they played. I'll just say it right now. The reason I said yes to my buddy is because I don't believe they've even played their best baseball consistently.
Oh,
yet.
absolutely not. Like, this offense has not gotten hot yet together. So that is the one thing where we talked about it before. Last August, 14-game winning streak. We're having free burgers. All that stuff was going on.
Too soon.
And everybody's like, right. Well, then you play well against the Cubs. That's your World Series. And then you have to let down against the Dodgers. There is a chance it's going to happen again where you're going to get the Cubs in the divisional round again. The difference is going to be is they're going to be super motivated. You're going to be their World Series this time, and you're going to have to match the intensity and the emotion level that they're going to bring to the field. That is going to be the big, big difference. Last year they came in going, all right, it's playoff series, let's go. The Brewers came in looking for damn blood. They wanted it more than the Cubs did last year.
They did, and the Cubs, I mean, they tried to play spoiler, but the Brewers are going to learn from that. Whether it's you being just a Brewers diehard, if you're coming out of the game, 38,000? If you're just being a Brewers diehard and saying, yep, they're going to win the World Series no matter what. It doesn't matter how they play, but that's just what I got to say because I'm a Brewers fan. Try and separate that from the baseball stuff. That's I find that the most challenging thing in this job. It's taken away my bin of my 17 bins of old Brewer stuff, from the 70s and 80s and 90s, and separating that part of it to the pure baseball stuff. And then I thought about it this morning, and I thought, well, all I got to do is point to the record, point to the pitching. Now, the defense, I think, has underachieved a little bit. They're a little bit better defensively, I think, than some of the metrics show. But I wouldn't see why not.
Okay, so I think when you look at this matchup, Brewers-Dodgers, forget about the Cubs. Just Brewers-Dodgers.
Do you want a Cubs update real quick, by the way, guys?
I do.
It is now tied 2-2 in the bottom of the ninth because Alex Bregman hit a game-tying home.
I hate
Why
that.
else do you think Charlie would want to give you an update?
Tim told me to give you guys updates on the Cubs game. That's what you told me to do, Tim.
As soon as you said that, I went, listen to this. It'll be a walk-off. That's initially what I thought.
Well, it's not a walk-off.
Not a walk-off yet, yeah.
At least. That's great. Thanks, Charlie. Anyways, back to what we were talking about before we were rudely interrupted by Chicago Charlie. This is the thing for me. Do I believe that the Brewers' pitching is good enough to slow down, not shut down, but slow down the Dodgers' offense?
Good way
Absolutely.
To put it.
Yes,
Good way to put it.
I
yes.
do. I think they're good enough to slow them down.
Yep.
To where maybe they average like 3 runs in the series. I think that's very possible. Where my thing becomes is, do they have enough offense to score more than 3 runs a game against the Dodgers pitching when it matters? Last year, the answer was no. Can you have a different answer this year when you got Yamamoto, Skubal, Ohtani, that's 3, and then Glasnow or Snell, whichever one they pitched in the other game, and then the other one,
Wroblewski?
the other one, no.
He's pretty good.
Maybe, but he'll be in the bullpen. He's not ousting these guys out of the starting rotation.
Agreed.
So he's going to be in the bullpen. Snell or Glasnow will start. The other could be in the bullpen. I'm just saying, that's the biggest issue that I have that stops me from going, absolutely, they can win this thing. The offense is the scary point for me right now when you stack them up against literally a front 4 of Hall of Famers. They're all Hall of Famers, right?
Oh yeah.
Skubal's a Hall of Famer. Ohtani's a Hall of Famer. Yamamoto, maybe not because he just got here, but Yamamoto could be. And Glasnow, I mean,
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll get to your phone calls here in just a second. Nicolay Law Talking text line, 414-677-1250. If you fast forward right now, if you guys can earmark this and remember this.
Okay.
Fast forward about a month just prior to, leading into the playoffs, leading into the postseason. You watch Murphy come up and some of those players start using the word conviction. They haven't used it in a while, have they?
No?
Nope, it's gone away. A little bit on the pitching side, they've done that a little bit. just a little snippet here and there.
Well,
But wait for the offense. That word is going to be used by Murphy down the stretch. This offense, the timing might be just right. Do we want them to get hot now? I mean, that's kind of a ridiculous question, because then it opens the door to, oh, yeah, they're peaking too early. Save it, save it, save it.
well, if you peak now, you buried the Cubs and it's over. As far as the division
In the
goes.
division, right.
You could end the division by September 1st if you get hot for 2 weeks.
We are live here at the Wisconsin State Fair, just right up the street from where 38,145 witnessed another Brewers victory, 5-2 to take 3 of 4 against the Pirates. It's the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. Tim and Sparky here at State Fair, the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network mobile studios.
Also, hey, don't forget, out here, if you come see us outside the Expo Center, our friends at By the Yard are giving away a $2,000 in-store credit toward your purchase of 4 custom Adirondack chairs and 2 side tables. To register to win, simply stop by the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network booth right outside of the entrance and scan the QR code. Take advantage of that all through State Fair. We're here every day at State Fair. At least one show a day is here every day through Wisconsin State Fair. So come by, say hi, do that. And on most days, we will have some fans possibly to give out. We gave away our fans for today, so we'll have some more tomorrow.
All right, love to see you here. Let's go to Ken. Ken, a 5-2 Brewers victory, and is that bar still at a World Series this season?
Hey, guys. Yeah, I'll answer your question first. I think they're perfectly capable of winning a World Series. I think with baseball, playoff baseball in particular, you need pitching and you need timely hitting. And the main thing we didn't have last year was timely hitting. We didn't really have any hitting against the Dodgers. So I think they're perfectly capable in a small sample size like a playoff series. So it's just a matter of getting there and rolling the bats out, so to speak. But leaving the game today, I actually went by myself. Mia had to work. My buddies had to work. And there's something very soothing to the soul to go to a ball game by yourself. You can kind of just take it in. Don't get me wrong. I love going with a big group or tailgating and all that. But you really get to focus on the game when you're there by yourself. So May pitched really well. I'm optimistic about what they're going to do with him. And then did you guys happen to see what happened to Cooper Pratt when he went down? Did you see that replay?
Yeah, it was where men get a shot and it hurts.
Yeah. You guys, your listeners who didn't see it, you're going to want to look that up. Yeah, you don't see that one every day.
Well, Ken, thank you. Thanks for the call. So from a baseball standpoint, can they win the World Series? Just for the sake of the argument, we're talking about the offense being the bugaboo in that NLCS last year. Do you want to pull up the numbers for that series? Just that series. It was not pleasant, but I find, and I've been saying this for a while, I find it hard to believe that those numbers would be anywhere near similar. I don't care who's on the mound for the Dodgers. I just don't. I don't see it. I don't see it. You can't get any worse.
You can't. Oh, don't say that.
I mean,
you definitely should not have said that. That was the wrong thing to say.
So the best hitter during that series versus the Dodgers last year was Caleb Durbin. He had a 308 average with 5 strikeouts. He had 4 hits, 1 triple, 2 doubles. Outside of that, the next best hitter was Jake Bauers with a 222 average of 556 OPS. In that series, he went 2 for 9 throughout that series.
Just look at the twofers, the one-fers, the o-fers. That's the stark reality of this. That's why there's a little hesitation, right? That would be why there's some hesitation. Look at the o-fers. Look at the one-fers. Look at Terang. Look at Contreras in that series.
Bryce Terang went 1 for 15 in that series, and Christian Yelich went 1 for 14. William Contreras went 2 for 14.
That's crazy. You can't. There's just no way.
Those same guys are pitching this year. The same.
And then there's. Okay, now look at their lines.
Dudes.
Now look at their lines.
Plus Scooble.
Yeah, look at their lines now. Do you really believe that's repeatable?
God, I hope not. But again, it's the same guys. And last year, you owned the Dodgers in the regular season. You haven't owned them in the regular season this year. And you're just about to go play them now.
Yeah, 4 at their place. Right?
Good. Yeah, Padres and the Dodgers next week. West Coast trip. Late
Yeah.
nights, here we go.
That's seven straight next week, Monday
Yep.
through Sunday. 3 San Diego, 4 LA.
Correct.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
Oh, it's going to be interesting. And I'm guessing, are the Brewers going to get Scooble? Does that line up? Or are they going to just miss Scooble by a day?
So he pitched yesterday, was it?
Let's see here. I'm going to go look and see.
As it's set up, it looks like the Brewers get Sasaki and Yamamoto, which would tell me they probably would get Scooble in that last game. I would assume he's number 2
On
in
Sunday.
that rotation. Yeah.
So it'd be the Sunday afternoon game, 3 o'clock start next Sunday.
And they
And
don't have a
Miz-
starter for the Dodgers. That
And Miz has been pitching every Sunday.
Miz has been pitching once a week every Sunday, right?
So that could set up a Scooble Miz.
Woo!
So Miz is set up for Saturday right now via
Oh, they-
ESPN, and that starter is also blank for the Dodgers.
Yeah, because that had changed then, unless ESPN's wrong.
So if you're Pat Murphy, do you push him back to get Scooble? If you can have the matchup, you're like, let's just see. Let's put Miz in the spotlight and see what he looks like.
When did that change? It was Drowan Gasser and Miz over the weekend.
So it looks like it's going to be Robleski probably against Mizorowski on Saturday and Scooble on Sunday still, like we were saying
You're
before.
talking about this weekend.
Yep.
No.
Well, this
weekend is different. Right. Next weekend
Right.
is what Charlie's looking at.
Yeah,
Okay.
next weekend.
I don't see why that would change. There hasn't been an off day.
Nope.
So there hasn't been an off day. They just went one time through with 6.
Well, 5 days would be Saturday. He pitches
But-
Sunday,
but
then
they're in
5
a-
days would be Saturday for Miz.
Are they not in a 6-man right now? Well, I guess Sproat's down, but May's in.
Technically, yes.
They're literally in a 6-man rotation right now. I'd be careful, ESPN, to just say that Miz is going to pitch on Saturday.
Nobody's looking at it besides you, me, and Charlie, I promise you. So it's okay. Nobody else is paying attention to it.
Well, and the other thing is, has the LA Dodgers offense, has that been overly impressive? Now, the Brewers are not going to hit home runs. We're aware of that, right?
Yep.
We're all aware of that. Although they hit 2 today. Sanchez and Jackson Churio got another one. But they're last in home runs. Does that pick up a little bit with the adrenaline intensity? It did again in the Cubs series.
It did. But like I said, they were playing at another level, and then could it sustain it to the Dodgers series? That's the big question. If you get Cubs before the Dodgers, I don't like it. You get, say, Philly, San Diego, somebody else other than Chicago, I probably feel a little bit better because the intensity level's not going to be at the same deal as it was to the Cubs last year.
Well, here's how you can avoid that. It looks like the Cubs are going to be the top wild card. Let's face it.
It looks like it right now, yeah.
Right? So as long as the Brewers get the 1 seed, they would not play unless there's 2 upsets. They would
Correct.
not play the Cubs.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So get that 1 seed. That's why these games are so important. All of these games, these Pittsburgh games, the LA. So it's a little bit better. I feel a little bit better. You lost the Miz game on Sunday. But you did take 2 of 3 against the LA Angels, which is what you were supposed to do.
Right.
And literally what you were supposed to do this week is take 3 of 4 against the Pittsburgh Pirates. You did that. So yeah, you're 5-2 in your last 7, which is literally what you were supposed to do as the better team.
Correct.
Strange things can happen.
You
but-
beat bad teams just like you said they have to.
and they did. So now you've got another Minnesota Twins team, which is still rather hungry a little bit. They're on the outside looking in, but they're not that far on the outside where the Twins couldn't step up. You got to keep the pedal down here over the weekend. Nicolay Law Talking text line at 414-677-1250. As we're going to hear from Pat Murphy coming up. Also, Dustin May, we'll hear from him as well as the Brewers and Dustin May take care of the Pittsburgh Pirates 5-2 the final. We're here at the Wisconsin State Fair as the 2026 Wisconsin State Fair in full effect. Your favorite part of the fair?
Well, you got to get to a break, but it was the stuff, the dressing, the deep fried dressing balls at Rapina's. But Rapina's is gone,
right.
so I lost that. Then my other favorite thing, I did not go look and see, but they're normally here every year. Hopefully they're not here. is that Mexican corn in a cup. You know that. You've had that
That's
with me.
always here.
You've had that with me. What did you say, Charlie?
I said that's always there. That's gotta
Always
be there.
It's right up here on the right side by the grandstand. That's normally where it is. I did not go look to see if I walked past it coming in today, but I always have a couple of cups of that. It is here. Will, our promotions guy, is nodding yes. It is here.
Yes.
Okay,
All right.
so that will be
Will already
had.
scouted it out. Yeah.
Yes, that will definitely be had at some point here. So I guess those were my two favorite things.
You know who else is here? I say who? Josh Albrecht. Zabe is
They're walking around, shooting
meandering.
videos, taking pictures.
Yeah.
Josh came over, took pictures of us in our new gear from Berghart's. That is a pretty sweet deal as well. We just got it today. Tim's got, what do you got on, like a quarter zip type
Yeah,
deal going on?
Sort of thing. I could go Elvis style and put the
Oh, there you
put
go.
that
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, that'll make you look cool.
I
Hey,
Or
the
like a
Wisconsin,
vampire.
the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network is proudly outfitted by Burghardt Sporting Goods, our official partner. Outfit your team or company just like they've outfitted us with custom apparel today at BSG1881.com. BSG1881.com. And it really is a super cool deal for sure with what they've been able to do. I mean, I got a polo, I got a stocking cap, I got a trucker cap, I got a couple sweatshirts. Yeah, man, you got a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're here at the Wisconsin State Fair. It's the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network mobile studios. Tim Allen, Steve Sparky Pfeiffer, a Brewers 5-2 victory. And who's double dipping? You're going to go from the game to the State Fair? Is there another sporting event that you could probably do? Headed to an indoor golf a little bit later on, maybe?
Well, you have outdoor
As
golf,
well.
too, you can do.
Yeah. You could go golfing before it gets dark.
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk more after the break. Brewers win, and we're talking about it. It was a 5-2 Brewers victory, and we're talking about it here, Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network mobile studios here at the 2026 State Fair. Did you know 29 games over 500 is good?
It is pretty good.
That's where they're at. 29 games over 500. Can we get 30? Let's get 30 games over 500 with a victory tomorrow. This streak or run of no off days is challenging for this ball club, and you're going to have guys like Chad Patrick lock down a save in the ninth inning, which is what you had today.
Yeah, and that's the other part about this, where we talk about the offense, and that's the concern or whatever. But you also have, I think, some questions a little bit on a couple of the guys in this bullpen too, I think, going forward.
I don't know, man.
Chad Patrick is a guy that we've seen blow up a couple of times here when he's given that opportunity. We've seen Ashby struggle because he's overworked. Like, we've seen some of these warts, I guess, with some of these guys. And again, I understand, right? Unless you're a Hall of Famer, you're not going to be perfect without any blemishes on your record for an entire season. Relievers are going to get beat from time to time during the course of the season. I'm not an idiot.
Hurt.
I understand that. I get that. But as far as when the big lights are on, the spotlights are on, how are you going to perform when at that point it's October and you have even more innings and throws on your arm and shoulder than you do now? And then how are you going to react and be in that big moment? You was talking earlier about, well, Pat Murphy's going to bring out the word conviction at some point in September.
He will.
You want to know what his deal is here in the last week or so? He started to do something consistently now. So I've been mad at him last year because he kept playing the underdog role. Nobody knows who we are. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, dude, stop. Like, okay, fine. Have that in the beginning of the year. But when you have the best record in baseball, stop with the nobody knows who we are stuff. And I told Charlie, I said, so what's he going to do this year? What are we going to do this year to act like it's us against the world type stuff? So now the latest thing he started in the last week is, man, how many, guys do we have that are, rookies or unproven in the big leagues?
He went through that a little bit earlier this year.
Right, and how young are we? So that's going to be now the mantra,
but it's
setting up now for the rest of the year, telling everybody, hey, man, we're here, but look at everything around us, right? So he's kind of setting up. If this thing goes sideways, he's going to be like, I told you guys we were really young. I told you guys we didn't have a lot of proven guys, and now we're going to get put here into, tough times or whatever, a pennant race here down the stretch maybe where games are, I know they mean no different than April, but they're going to mean a lot there towards the end. And if some of these young guys don't produce, this is going to be what he's going to go back to at the end to say, hey, I don't know how you can be mad we had a great year, but these guys, young guys need experience, and they'll be better next year for it.
Oh, it's built
We'll
in.
be fine. Yes.
It's built
He
in.
builds this case
But
throughout
it's-
the year to give himself and his team
But
that
it's true,
out
though.
at the end.
It's
If he was
true.
managing the Dodgers, what the heck was he going to say if he's managing the Dodgers?
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can't, you're not going to, you have nothing
No.
to say it's us against the world and nobody believes and we're so young. They are very young, no doubt.
Lack of resources,
Yes.
small market,
Yes.
etc.
Right.
I mean, on the pitching side, when he says they're young, look at our experience. It's fact.
It is fact. But you've had these same young guys throughout the entire year. They say it all the time in the NFL. Cool, you're a rookie in week 1. In week 17, you're a veteran. You've played a full season. We don't need to hear about that
Right,
anymore. You've played a full year. Let's go. You know what the game is like. Now let's go see what you got. At this point of the year now, Gasser has pitched enough up here. He's not a rookie anymore. Like that, we're done with that. Mizorowski pitched the second half of last year. He's pitched now into his first full season.
Right.
So I'm done hearing about that. Kyle Harrison's pitched multiple big league years, so I don't want to hear about Kyle Harrison.
Henderson is young.
Henderson is young, yes.
15 starts.
Drone's 27, but from big league experience-wise, he's
None.
young. Right.
Sproat, not a lot of big league experience
Yeah.
at all.
Yep.
Well,
Sproat's now. We're not going to see Sproat again.
And by the way, I don't know. We might down the stretch. They get some things locked in. Maybe they'll make some moves. We have not seen the last of one Thomas Pannone, my favorite Brewers player. We haven't. He cleared waivers and accepted that thing in Nashville. So he's going to be there along with Carlos Rodriguez as well.
Why would you leave this system If
no doubt.
nobody else wanted you,
No
why would
doubt.
you go be in anybody else's minor league system? There was no reason. I wouldn't. I would stay with these guys.
Back to that that bullpen. If you project this down the stretch, you did bring in some veteran presence in Sensatella, in JoJo Romero. You can say that Trevor McGill is a veteran.
Yep.
You can say now that Abner Uribe has had plenty of experience to be considered in that category as well.
Agreed.
Maybe not crusty veteran, but veteran. There's 4 or 5 out there. Bryce Wilson.
Ashby's pitched in the postseason.
Ashby's been there since 21.
Yep.
I mean, these guys, that's where you're going to hold. That's where you're going to hold. You got to get the lead prior to that. In these games, that's what they're doing. These starting pitchers, as young as they are, they hold this team in ball games.
Yep.
Night in and night out. This Brewer team does not hit home runs. We're all well aware of that. There aren't many runaway wins for this team. And when they are, they're 6-2. That's your runaway win. You can point to a couple of different victories here where they put up 10 plus. I think there was a 9-2 victory a month and a half ago or so. These are games that are 5-2, 6-2. And that's their cruise control, not only because of the starting pitching, but that relief corps just got that much better. I'm super excited down the stretch here. Now the trick is, how do you balance winning tonight and workload? That's the thing. So far, they're doing a really nice job of doing it.
Does Pat Murphy ever say it's not about winning tonight? Isn't that his mantra? Isn't that his go-to?
That's his thing.
We
no doubt.
win tonight. We worry
Yes.
about tomorrow whenever we
Yes.
get there.
Yes.
But that's been kind of taken away from him, I think, based on having to skip guys' starts, having to give guys extra days of rest. I would assume that's coming from the top.
That
So,
Thomas Pannone game.
correct.
That was just, hey, man.
Just threw it
there's,
away.
Not much I can do here. He's got to start.
Correct.
He's
Just
got to
threw-
start.
Just threw it away.
To stay with our plan, to give these guys the rest they need right now, it's got to be Thomas Pannone.
And that is where the young part does play in, because if those are veteran guys that are 10-year vets, you're not worrying about that. They're just pitching every 5th day like they have their whole career, and you just keep going.
They rode Dustin May today. How many pitches? I mean, he was
90-some, I thought.
He was up over 90. He had pitched 100 earlier this year. That was his high point.
Right.
But I think it was
97.
Well into the 90s. 97 on the pitch count for Dustin May. That's going to come in handy. He did fill 6 today as part of a 5-2 Brewers victory. If you want to join the conversation, 414-677-1250 on the Nicolay Law Talk and Text line. Charlie, let's get a Cub update. Last check, they were in the top of the 11th.
They are now in the bottom of the 11th. It is still 2-2.
Oh, come on.
And Pete Crow Armstrong is up to bat for the Chicago Cubs to lead off the inning.
Can I point something out
Sure.
about being out here at the State Fair?
Mm-hmm.
There's not a lot of Brewer stuff on. Like
All the Brewers
right
fans
now,
were at the game.
Well, they
where
were
I'm
all
at,
the game.
oh
Yeah.
stop. Where I'm at right now, looking, I don't see a single piece of Brewer apparel on anybody looking around in front of us. Nobody, and we're on a corner. Like none, not one. I don't see a shirt, a hat, nothing. Like that's crazy. You've got the best team in the National League, and I'm struggling at the Wisconsin State Fair to find a Brewers piece of apparel on somebody. That doesn't seem weird to you?
No, because they wore
Really?
it last night. They got to wash it. I mean, there's got to be a day where they don't. They've been wearing it all week. It needs to be washed. By the way,
Well, if you're superstitious, you shouldn't have taken it off.
Yeah, exactly. The my Cleat Boyer glove now 3-0. Just saying. Just saying. I busted out the other night on this video stuff here.
It's on YouTube, X,
yeah.
Instagram Live, Facebook. Like and subscribe
Yeah.
if you're watching us on YouTube. Thanks to Grill Flock. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I busted out the first glove I ever got. I bought at 7 Mile Fair.
Yeah. 50 cents, was it?
75
75 cents, yeah.
And I thought that was a little crazy, but it wasn't. It's all I could afford. I mean, you knew how I grew up.
Yep.
We didn't have a bunch of money. We had a bunch of kids. You want to have money or you want to have kids?
And
Is
your
the way-
parents decided to pop them out, baby.
Kids.
Just keep on rolling.
6 of them. Just
Keep
go,
on going.
Go and go some more.
Charlie, could you imagine having 5 siblings?
Nope. I have 3 siblings. I have 3 sisters, and that was way too much already. Yeah. Yeah, I'm good. I'm all set, man. That's all right.
4 snotty, snippy sisters I had, and 1 burnout brother.
Burnout brother. That's funny.
Yeah.
And you were the angel child, right then, right?
Yeah, sort of.
Nah, maybe.
Kind of. No,
Maybe.
I was, but I get my $2 spending money, and it was 75 cents, and that was kind of half my hold almost.
Right.
For a 7 Mile Ferries, I'm looking on the hunt for baseball cards. That's
Sure.
what I was on the hunt for. Saw the glove there, and you know how you can get a play glove? It's not a real glove. It's just almost plasticky
Yeah.
that you pick up at the dime store or something, or at least years ago you did. It's sort of made by just some weird plastic stuff. This was an actual glove, leather glove.
Yeah, you showed everybody on the video.
But it was flat. It didn't have that like open pocket.
Well, the
you know,
dude
it was
played
just-
in like the 60s.
It
The
wasn't like
1860s.
no, it wasn't
50s,
like the
60s?
hand. It wasn't like the hand, the flat thing they
Right.
had, in the early 1900s.
Right.
But, so it was, just it was that, and you could kind of build a pocket into it. But that's what I busted out in terms of a good luck charm. Why not?
So we had the little glove of love back in the day.
Yes.
We're just going to call this one after the player's name. We're going to leave it at that.
We need to know more about Cleet Boyer.
Dude, I'm
There's
telling
got-
you,
there's got to
he
be
had a
Milwaukee-
couple. He had a couple of good years.
There's got to
Played
be
for
a
the
Milwaukee
Yankees,
connection.
Kansas City.
This is in-laws from Milwaukee. Maybe kids moved here. Maybe I don't know. Who knows? But there's something that's going to connect it. All I know, I don't know much about him, but he had a brother Ken that played as well.
And he didn't play for the Brewers either?
No. This was, if anything, they may have played for the Braves. They were in that era.
Cleet Boyer was one of 14 children, 7 boys and 7 girls.
Holy crap.
And that's my man right there.
Hell no. I would have ran away early on.
Shake the
Just-
hands of that mother. She's in a war zone.
Yes. Who would agree to do that? I mean, get out of here. There's no way she was working. 13 kids. Oh, my gosh. How do you support that many kids? And that was when was he born? 1951 or something like that?
1937 is when Cletus was born. Yeah.
1937 and 13 siblings?
Yeah.
Hell no.
Well, that's a different time back then.
His
There's no
dad
birth
made a living as a
control.
marble cutter.
There's no birth
Oh, there's
control.
probably good money in cutting marble back then, though.
And
But
they
still 13 kids.
They grew
What
up
else
in
we got?
Alba, Missouri, and that was a town of 350 people around that time.
Okay.
They ran the town. Like, that was their town. They could have changed the name of the town to them.
Anything else on one Cleet Boyer? What?
That's
doesn't say
really
his brother
good.
Ken was in there.
Yep, so his brother Ken played in the major leagues with him. None of his other siblings played professional sports. His first contract, he had a $35,000 signing bonus.
Whoa.
That
Ooh,
was
that's
the
good
Yankees that offered that to him.
That's good
Did he
money
have a
back
good
then.
season at all? I mean, was there one that we could point
Yes,
to?
I told you he had the one good season.
Yeah.
He had
I gotta-
like 282, he hit like 25 home runs. He had decent power. Like, he had several years where he was in double
Yeah,
digits
in-
with home runs.
In 1962, his age 25 season, he put up
Yeah.
4.6 WAR, 272 batting average,
There you
18
go,
home runs,
Clete.
68 RBIs.
My man Cletus. So, did you have a favorite player that did not play for the Brewers?
Yeah.
Did you have? I've had several. Yeah, I've had several of them.
Really?
I'll give you Hal McRae.
Oh, yeah.
I was
Turning to be a
big-
manager.
Big fan of his. Yeah, I don't know necessarily why, but that's just I would always save Hal McRae baseball cards, set them aside just because I liked him.
Cleet Boyer, Gold Glover, in 1969 when he was 32.
That's the goal. It's the Cleet Boyer Gold
That's
Glove.
that's why he's got gloves with his name on it then. That explains it.
That's exactly why.
I mean, you can't suck and have your own glove to sell in stores.
Wow.
Right?
Okay.
My glove that I had growing up was a Craig Nettles glove.
Okay. Craig Nettles.
Was he a third baseman, I think, for the Yankees?
Something like that.
Yeah. That was
guys
my
are
glove.
so old.
Do you have a favorite, or did you have a favorite player outside of your favorite team?
I always liked big guys. Pablo Sandoval the Kung Fu Panda in San
Okay.
Francisco. So again, I'm a
Yep.
little younger than those two gentlemen out there at State Fair. So my guys aren't
Sure.
as random picked. But yeah, it was probably Pablo Sandoval, other big guys. I like just like fat dudes. Whenever they were out there at the plate, I was just rooting for them, man. It was always so much fun to watch them play.
Big Prince Fielder guy.
Oh yeah, big Casey McGee. Casey McGee was one of my favorite players his rookie year. I was all about Casey McGee, man.
Okay. All right. Very good. You want to join us?
Prince Fielder, big fan of mine.
677-1250 on the Nicolay Law Talk and text line. Yeah, I could name more players that disliked you than actually liked you.
There's nobody.
There's nobody.
No.
No?
Corey Hart, I thought liked me until he wanted to kill me, and then that
Oh,
took care of that.
You want to hear that story?
No, we don't need to tell that story.
Oh,
But
I think
yeah,
we should.
we were good, I thought, until Tim came up to the press box one day in spring training. I was
Dude.
like, dude, what did you do to Corey Hart? I didn't do anything to Corey Hart. What do you mean?
All right, I'll make heads or tails out of that. On the other side here, we're at State Fair, 2026 State Fair in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network mobile studios. Tim and Sparkly, and
Sure, we'll go with that.
There's Charlie back at the station as well. Brewers get the victory 5-2, and the beat goes on with a 3-game winning streak, 29 games over 500.
Oh.
And we'll touch base with that Cub game.
Got Dustin May we can hear from, Gary Sanchez, Pat
Sure.
Murphy.
All coming up.
Yeah.
All coming up. And did you have a favorite player that doesn't play for the Brewers or never did? Ken Brett was a guy for me.
Who?
But he ended up playing for the Brewers for a cup of coffee.
Who did
there.
you say?
George's brother.
Oh, shut up.
Ken. Didn't he play for the Brewers for a season?
Ken Brett?
Ken Brett.
Had no idea.
All right, we'll check it. Potawatomi
Ken
Sportsbook
Brett.
postgame show here at the State Fair.
All right. Live from the Wisconsin State Fair inside the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Don't forget, Potawatomi Sportsbook, man, 2,000 square foot center screen. You've got 2 levels of seating. You got big black leather reclining chairs. You got high top tables. You got these booths that fit 8 people in it. Not to mention the Potawatomi Sportsbook kitchen. Mwah! Oh, it's so good. A full menu, all-day buffet. You got steak and eggs. You got pancakes. You got all that fun stuff. How about this? How about they got shuttles that take you to and from Brewers home games all season long? Now, you park for free in their parking garage. You don't pay like $25 or $30 to park. You go park in there. Then, in order to get on the shuttle to and from the game, $5 wager or more, same-day wager inside the Potawatomi Sportsbook, and presto, you're on your way. If you're smart, you just bet on the Brewers. They're the best team in baseball. Why wouldn't you?
Yes.
And then you get your money back when you come back, cash that ticket out, and you're all set to go, Tim Allen.
We had Luis from the Potawatomi Sportsbook on the air last night.
Yeah.
So it's always fun talking to him, and I may end up there after I get done here.
You're going to what?
I'm in the neighborhood.
You are definitely in the neighborhood. Yes, you are.
He's double
here in
dipping.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like flying to L.A. You're like, you're sort of right there. You might as well hit Vegas. Why not? All right, so
You're sort of right there. You might as well hit Vegas. You'd go to Iowa and go, well, we're kind of there. Let's just go.
Hit Vegas. Yeah, might as well.
We're in Iowa. We went west. Let's just go to Vegas.
Strip number 88 coming up in November.
Oh, my God.
We're going to get to 100. We're going to get there.
I'm sure you will.
Oh, yeah. All right, so we were talking about your favorite player that, didn't play for your favorite team.
Right.
And so there were a couple. I loved Hank Aaron before he was in a Brewers uniform, but maybe that had been probably the Braves thing.
Yep.
That kind of hooked me. We did get some information, by the way, during the break on
We did.
one Cleet Boyer.
Cleet Boyer.
And there has to be a Wisconsin connection
Oh, yeah.
because it would make sense.
Yeah. It's a big connection.
It is okay, very
A-
nice. All right, and also
huge connection.
also coming up, we're going to hear from Pat Murphy. Also coming up, why Corey Hart disliked. That might be putting it lightly.
But to this
Sparky.
day, we still don't know why.
Well,
Do we? Did you ever find out why?
specifically why? I guess not.
No.
But all right, so he was well aware of you, though.
Dude, I interviewed him like 12 to 15 times prior to that,
He said
and he was
listened.
always good to
He
me.
said he listened to the post-game show, so he
Oh.
probably caught one show where you went sideways.
I mean,
and
some
that
guys
was
were
that.
okay with me.
Yeah.
Gallardo always liked coming over to Fiesta Garibaldi and
He
drinking
did.
and partying with us.
He did. All right, we'll take a break. A lot coming up here. Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show live here at the State Fair. Welcome back. It is the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show live in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network mobile studios. Mobile because we're at the 2026 Wisconsin State Fair. Just saying that, 2026 Wisconsin State Fair.
We should be in flying ships, not using cars anymore. We should be flying to my house like it was in the Jetsons. That whole Jetsons thing never came to be. By this point, we were supposed to have all that. I was supposed to have like robot cleaners for my house and all of that.
You want a good investment? Flying cars.
Sure, I'm in.
Little drones.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
There's a couple of companies you can invest in.
Really?
Right now. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm in.
Yep, because that's going to happen. I'll be dead and gone, but it's going to happen. You want an investment? You're young. Charlie, that's what you're going to do.
All right. I'll start putting money down.
Yep. So instead of me driving into the parking lot and finding a place to park and then finding this, we'll just drone in on your own personal drone. It's going to happen. Brewers, I
would pay a lot of money to see Tim flying around like that.
Brewers get the 5-2 victory today to go 29 games over 500, maintaining a 5.5 game lead in the National League Central, 47 to play. And so we were talking about your favorite players that didn't play for your favorite team. Now, in this case, it would be the Brewers. I was we're not that far removed from this cat, but you may remember this, Stevie, that I was a huge Martin Prado fan. You guys remember Martin Prado?
Played for the Braves.
Braves. That's where his claim to fame was. I think he went on to a couple of different teams.
I think he played well in Miami. That's where I'm remembering him most from.
Just a go-getter. He would fit in perfect with a Pat Murphy team. Real versatile, kind of a gamer.
Yeah.
I was a big fan of Hal McRae, obviously. Let's see. Tim Nordbrook fan, although he ended up playing for the Brewers. He was traded. Brewers got him from Toronto.
And Tim was right before the break. Ken Brett did play for the Brewers, George Brett's brother.
Yeah. Just for a little cup of coffee there.
That's crazy.
In 72. But so let's real quick. We'll get to and so the Clete Boyer thing came up.
Yes, we got to wrap this up.
All right. So
this is crazy.
Just to catch people up. 7 Mile Fair. I'm a little kid. I don't have a lot of money. I don't have a baseball glove. I have this cheap plastic thing that I think I bought at the dime store in Mauston, Wisconsin.
Okay.
And it really wasn't a glove. It was, but it wasn't, sort of thing. And I wanted a real baseball glove, and parents couldn't afford it. So I saw one at 7 Mile Fair, and it was a old beat-up Clete Boyer glove. And I didn't no idea who Clete Boyer was, but I kept it. That was my glove, and I just loved it. And throwing the rubber ball against the steps out front and turning double plays, the whole deal. So that moved on to I busted it out the other night just for some good luck, and so far, so good. 3-0 since I busted out that glove. And I was asking, because of that, there's got to be some sort of Clete Boyer connection with not me, but maybe the state of Wisconsin or the city of Milwaukee or the Brewers or somehow, some way. I'm into that weird, superstitious stuff. So what do you got, Stevie?
How do you, Tim Allen, sign off of this show every night?
I say, smile, Wisconsin. Bob Uecker is smiling back.
Bob Uecker and Clete Boyer, they play together and are roommates.
So there it is.
Oh, wait, there's more.
There it is.
There's way more.
I knew there was a connection there. I could feel it in that glove.
They played together in Atlanta during the 67 and 68 seasons. Now, I'm trying to piece this together as best I can, but there are stories involving these two. So they lived next door to each other in Atlanta, even cutting a gate between their backyards so they could easily walk back and forth to each other. In 1967, an Atlanta dealership offered a car to any Braves player who hit a home run in September. Boyer is the one that hit one in the final game and won the Honda. Got it?
Okay.
Following along? Okay. Uecker famously wrecked Boyer's brand new Honda after revving the engine, getting his feet tangled while shoeless, jumping a curb, and tipping the car over, breaking his own arm in the process.
Well.
And then in March of 1968, during spring training in West Palm Beach, Florida, Euchre, Boyer, and teammate Darren Johnson were involved in a heated fight at the Cock and Bull restaurant, leaving Euchre needing 48 stitches from being hit with a beer bottle.
Uke in a bar fight.
With
Sweet.
your boy, Cleet Boyer.
And Darren Johnson, who played for the Brewers. I want to say he played for the Brewers in 73, 4, 5, somewhere right in there.
Yeah, I
Let's-
just.
Charlie, you got to check that because now I'm
Working
curious.
on it.
I
Every time you say a name. What year did you say?
want to say 72 to 4.
Yeah, well, he was with Atlanta in
5.
'68.
He was with the Milwaukee Brewers
Five.
for half a season, not even half a season.
You're so
49 games in 1974. Tim. That's all he played for the Brewers. He played with 3 teams that season because he sucked.
And
How
you
do you
wonder,
remember this?
you wonder why we call him the franchise.
Right.
Right
Just
there.
Darren Johnson. There he is. All right. Okay, so there's the Cleet Boyer connection.
That's crazy.
I knew it had to be connection. Now, we did hear, I'm somewhat envious of the guys in the booth on the Brewers radio network. Number one, to be seated professionally next to Bob Euchre.
It's all about working with Kent Sommerfeld.
And I was going to say,
Yes.
the engineers over the years.
It's
and-
Kent.
Kent.
That's it.
Yes.
There isn't like Kent and 5 others.
No,
It's
well,
Kent.
There was Kent, and there was the good old semi-retired Mel Hilger.
Oh, boy, you do have a good memory.
Prior
Okay.
to that.
Fair enough.
And so I'm somewhat envious, not only because of professionally they get to work with one of the best, if not the best, but the stories
Oh,
that
yeah.
they have in their pocket that they can't
Yep.
kind of unveil. Ooh, I mean, you've got stories. We've got stories. I've got stories on you. You've got stories on me. But that, Euchre, that's at an entirely different level.
Yep.
I mean, but he did cryptically over the course of his career, he cryptically did kind of allude to, some nonsense or some chicanery. I don't know about malfeasance, but maybe more on the debauchery or chicanery side where you kind of got it. It was a different time back then. You could go out and have a few beers and stumble in. Hell, doing it in the early 80s, the players.
Yeah,
We're
5 in
doing
the
that.
morning coming back to the hotel with a day game coming.
And they had a day game, so they're going to sleep for 3 hours and go back to the park.
Yep.
So there's your Cleet Boyer connection. Now to finish up on the on the Corey Hart thing with Steve Sparky Pfeiffer, I one spring training went into grab my interviews and whatnot. And
With our guy Igo.
yes, and he goes, "Hey, can I get some time?" And he's like, "Sure," but he had never seen you before. Okay.
He had. I'd interview. I swear
Because
to God,
he
I've
asked-
interviewed him like 10 to 12 times for the On Deck show.
He asked.
At
he said,
least.
"Is this Sparky?"
No.
He went just like that.
Yeah.
And I go, "No."
He didn't realize it was me interviewing him all those times is what happened.
Oh, that's probably it.
Correct.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
But I've
and-
interviewed him a bunch.
and-
I mean, my go-tos in that clubhouse back then that would actually talk to me back then. Corey Hart was always good. Gallardo was always good.
Mm-hmm.
Carlos Villanueva would talk to me. I mean, I had guys that I could go to and be like, okay, hey, real quick.
I need
Yep,
one.
no
Yeah.
problem. I got you.
Yeah.
Boom, do it. Out I go, and I'm back at the station to do the On Deck show. Now, some, like Fielder, would make my life miserable. So, but outside of that, Jason Kendall was really good. He would always talk to me. So, I mean, there were some guys in there that
Sure.
would talk to me, sure.
And he asked, Corey Hart asked, "Is this Sparky?" And I'm like, "No, that's not Sparky." He goes, "Good, Tim, you're okay, but that Sparky is a and
Bleep,
then
bleep, 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 bleep,
bleep, bleep, bleep." And I'm like, I held my hands up. I'm not Sparky. I'm not Sparky. I got it. So yeah, he was good.
He comes up to the press box. What did you do? I'm setting up our equipment for the midday show. It's like, what do you mean what I do? I'm just putting together equipment. He's like, Corey Hart is mad at you, blah, blah, blah. To this day, I have
The
no idea.
last interview that I remember you doing was a spring training interview where me and my assistant were getting another interview somewhere else. You needed some interview for your Midday Madness
Was
show,
it
I
Carlos
think.
Gomez?
Yep.
Yeah,
And
Carlos
you
Gomez.
scuckled in, Charlie. he scuckled in like, you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of that dude at a tennis match that scuffles out there when a ball
to
hits
grab the
net.
ball. Yeah.
Get
And he
it?
scoops
Get out.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean,
He kind of scuckled in there and just got his interview and
Got out.
just straight out the door.
yeah, Gomez was
That's
fine.
it.
He was good. That was a
That's
good
it.
interview.
Yeah, Gomi was good. All right, you guys want to join this debauchery or malfeasance, if you will? 414-677-1250. As the Brewers get the win, that's the Nicolay Law Talking text line. The Brewers get the win today, 5-2 the final, to wrap up that 4-game series against the Pirates. Can't ask for anything more in this series, 3 of 4, that's for sure. And did you have a favorite player that just wasn't in a Brewers uniform, just for whatever reason you liked him? I used to like Lou Piniella as a player. Then when he started managing that team down south,
Not anymore.
that didn't work. Let's go to Bill. Bill, you're on the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. What's up, man?
Well, I've got a tidbit of interest here, I think. To me it is, anyway. Clete Boyer played third base for the Yankees in 1964.
Yep.
Ken Boyer played third base for the St. Louis Cardinals in 1964. They met
And I
in the
was
World
born in
Series.
'64.
Yeah,
I'm just
you wouldn't
kidding.
know that, but I was 12 years old, and at the time I didn't mind the Cardinals, and I absolutely hated the Yankees.
Yeah.
That has turned around since the Cardinals have gotten in the way of the Brewers so often in the last 20-some years. But I just wanted to call in. Clete Boyer was a very good third baseman defensively. He didn't hit very well. Ken Boyer was MVP of the National League that year. I just thought that might be a tidbit of interest for you guys.
Look at that.
That's
All right.
really good.
Thanks.
Have a good one.
That's awesome. Take care.
So I've got a third base, and I played third base.
And you were born in 1964.
Look at that. The stars are lining up here.
Your Clete
As,
Boyer reincarnated, not reincarnated,
Clete-
because I don't think he's dead. But
Nobody has
Clete
talked
Boyer.
about
When-
Clete Boyer. No, he is. I think
When's
he
his
is.
Is
Right?
he?
birthday?
I'll look up.
Oh, I would assume he
No,
was
I'm
born in
pretty sure
2007.
36.
Yeah,
he was
2007.
70 when he died, so he could still be alive feasibly, like
Yes,
age-wise.
sure.
Yeah.
Be around 100, but
When
sure.
was his birthday?
Let's see, February 9th, 1937.
37. Wow. We're going to hear from Pat Murphy.
Wait.
coming up.
What jersey number did he wear?
Ooh.
Let's see.
Hold on.
He
hold
wore
on.
12 to start
on.
his career.
I was going to guess.
Okay.
Okay.
Um,
So 12 we know.
and I would hesitate to go single digits for the Yankees. No chance. You're cracking that code. So I'm going to go something like 22.
For the longest period of his career, he wore number 6, including on the Yankees.
On the Yankees.
So that was the second
six.
number he had with the Yankees. He started as 34 with the Yankees, switched to 6 in 1961, and wore that for the rest of his career.
Yeah, so I think all the single digits are retired for the Yankees.
When are
aren't
you
they?
when are you going to Vegas next?
November.
But you're going to Potto tonight?
Might. Yep.
You got to go play 6 on roulette.
Clete Boyer.
You got to go play 6 on roulette, man.
Oh,
I'm telling you.
and put $66 on it.
Whatever.
Then it's 666.
Maybe you play that and 9. I don't know.
Flip it upside down. Sure. Roulette. Ooh, yeah, maybe.
You're
So
a bad
Pat.
influence, Sparky.
No,
No.
he doesn't.
Hey, listen here. We can tell another good story because, I mean, that's what we do because we're old, right? Back in the day, Tim Allen used to run a country station back in the day. And there was a guy that always used to call in, and he was special needs, right? Special needs.
Yeah, I would say really
Yeah.
super great guy.
Yeah. And he eventually passed away. And we had a trip with our buddy Jimmy that we were going on to Vegas. And this dude's number that he wanted Jimmy to play out there was 22. Play 22. Play 22. Well, then he passed away. So we go out to Vegas with Tim. Lots of great stuff happened in Vegas. And he's like, hey, okay, I'm going to play 22. All right, dude, go ahead, play 22. So he put $5 on 22. He hit 22.
Yep.
It's like, oh, man. He hit 22, Charlie,
lot.
5 times on that trip.
That's great.
5 times. I hit it twice with him or 3 times with him. He hit it 5 times, and he was putting $5 and $10 on
Yep.
22,
Yep.
casino to casino, hitting it left and right. as I told my guy Tim here, go play 6. I'm saying. Dude, you got the glove. You got the mojo with him and
When the
Euchre going
energy's
right
out there,
now.
all right.
Just saying.
What's the date today?
Today is the 6th.
Hey, now.
Just saying.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. You
Okay.
got to go play 6. Now you're going.
Yeah, I think I have to.
You have to go.
And I got to hedge because
Hedge?
I got to hedge.
No,
yeah.
no. There's no hedging when you're no.
No, not on that.
What, you play black or red and
I
go
gotta-
the opposite way of the color?
I don't think they're going to allow me to make an NL Central bet tonight, though, because there's NL Central games going tonight.
Oh.
I
Well,
wanted
who's
to-
going tonight? Cardinals are off.
Cardinals are off.
Cardinals are definitely off.
Pittsburgh, Cubs are done.
Cubs are done. I
Oh,
think
what about the Reds?
The Reds would be the only team. Let's see. The Reds, you don't play till tomorrow, so you should be good.
Oh, yeah, I should be good. They
See
should-
there?
Yep. So I'm going to hedge. I know people don't like it, but that 5.5 with 47 to play, some head-to-heads coming up between the Cubs and Brewers, I think I should hedge a little bit just in case the value's there. What's Potawatomi at now for the division crown? I'm going to say the Cubs are probably plus 500.
You're not betting the Cubs.
That's what I mean by head.
Yeah, I know. No. Just go focus on roulette. Don't bet on the dumb Cubs.
Well, I like money.
I don't care. At some point, your fandom has to take over.
It has and does.
Because, I mean, you're kind of in trader territory if you're betting on the Cubs.
No.
What really separates
The
you from the guy
The
managing
Cubs
the team?
are plus 325 right now.
Oh, yeah. See, now that is dropping like a rock.
What are the Brewers?
Minus 560.
Ooh, yeah. So they really, really like the Brewers there.
They should.
Maybe I should press the Brewers. See,
Nah,
now
we're talking.
that's
Nah, we've got it.
That's what a real Brewers
That's
fan
correct.
would do.
Press. Yes.
Just press it.
How about you do this? How about you go to the roulette table, you play 6 for your guy Clete Boyer. If you hit, you press. If you miss, you hedge.
Okay, that's the perfect
You like
plan.
that?
Can you film at the roulette table?
Absolutely not.
I don't think you can.
No chance.
But you can at a slot machine.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
you can film at a slot machine.
anytime there's any type of camera phone out there, I see people getting yelled at. But if you want to give it a shot, you go right ahead.
Yeah,
I mean, you are the franchise, Tim Allen. They may make an exception.
one roll. You're saying one roll?
One roll,
Put
yeah.
20 on it?
Well, I don't know about 20. You just do 5.
Well, if I'm going to do it.
Oh, I guess if you're going to go that high, I might as well. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so 20, that'd be, 175 times 4.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah, that would be. All right, on the way, I want to hear from Pat Murphy on this one, wrapping up the Pittsburgh Pirates series, and we're going to hear from Dustin May as he made his Major League debut today. I should say his Brewers debut today, and threw great. It was a 6-inning outing and allowing just the 2 runs, and saved on that bullpen. You got to remember the short starts the last couple of nights here. You needed some sort of distance out of Dustin May, and you got it today. 6 strong, DL Hall, Aaron Ashby, and Chad Patrick in for the save. How do you like that? A couple of lefties, scoreless innings, although DL was kind of walking the tightrope there.
How does this play when Romero gets here? They're going to keep all of these guys?
Jojo Romero is going to be that where are they at in the order type of guy.
Like, you're going to have 4 lefties?
Hall, Ashby, Romero.
Just 3 lefties.
3.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I think Romero's going to be, where are they at? Do they have a bunch of lefties that you want to go matchups? Because lefties do not do well against Romero. And
Correct.
looking at some of the numbers. So it's going to be where they're at in the lineup. However, you do get, because of workload, you do get to the point where sometimes you just have to say, hey, you're going to have to get these guys out because you're next up. Chad Patrick, I thought it was interesting that they go with Ashby in that 8th inning, and then Patrick, kind of softer landing for Ashby without the game on the line necessarily in that 9th inning. But Ashby performed well. You see he's not pitching all that much anymore.
Which is good.
Oh, it's great. They're giving him the break right now.
Yes.
Yeah, Dustin May and the bullpen, they got it done today as the Brewers now go to 72-43. Is that it?
I believe so. 29 over for the first time.
29 over. Wow. 20. Let's get to 30. Can I get to 30? All right, Pat
are
Murphy.
so greedy. Why can't you
I
just
am.
be happy?
Because you want that one seed. That's why. Get that one seed so those games are home field advantage here in Milwaukee. All right, we'll take a break. We are live here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network mobile studios at the 2026 Wisconsin State Fair. Tim Allen, Steve Sparky Pfeiffer. Brewers win 5-2. It's the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show.
it was great for Dustin, great for his indoctrination into our club, for him to come out and make that statement, did very well. It's not as sharp as he can be, but he made the big pitches. The 3-2 pitch to Reynolds, I think, was a turning point in the game. And, it's just beautiful to have that experience out there. Hey, the bullpen too today, Hall, Ashby, and Patrick all did a great job. So against a good offensive team, I think they're in the top 3 in baseball in offense. And, to hold them the last 3 games the way we have is unusual because they've beat us up pretty good, and they got a really good ball club. Really good offense and a really good pitching staff. So proud of our guys. Gary Sanchez, I got to throw him out there first, man. Gary Sanchez was great. Sat in the cooler. How many days until when was his last at bat? Mike wouldn't know. He just follows the team every day. He doesn't pay attention. But Sanchez hasn't had an at bat in 10 days, and to come back today and homer against an all-star. Homer and another hard contact single. Cooper Pratt, unbelievable today. He was great. And then Churio, he's looking like the postseason Churio. No. I mean, defense was good. A couple little mistakes defensively. They're minute, but Churio ran in a slide step. That's a no-no. Pratt dropped the ball in a tag for the second time in 2 days, although he was, again, I said he was really good. We walked too many people, and we had opportunities. Lara had an opportunity, and didn't get it done with a man on third, less than 2. So we didn't add on the way we could have, or play with the same intent, I think, once we got the lead, and that's something we got to address. But I thought it was a good win because that kid that pitched today, he hasn't been as good lately, but this kid's been a dominant pitcher in baseball right now. And again, I think that's what makes it a special win. Tarang's defense. Mitchell had a good game, but his hustle double and his throw that guy out third base could get us out of a huge inning. His base running was great. Yeah. Well, him and Dustin, how many years has Dustin been in the league? Because it seems like Gary's caught every pitcher that ever pitched in Major League Baseball. So Gary, however old he is, he's caught a lot of guys, so they've probably run across each other somehow. But yeah, you're right. I mean, that's a good point. And I couldn't be more pleased with the job that he's done for our team, what he does in the clubhouse. Yeah, that's the only way we're going to maintain our greatness is, to come together as a team. I talked about threading the needle. Well, it's all about the pitch-to-pitch commitment,
Jackson, the homers also stick out when you break a homer goal, but they kind of knock it off. Yesterday, stack them like that.
Yeah, the hard contacts. I mean, he almost hit another homer, right? And then drilled the ball at the second baseman, then took a walk. That's the impressive stuff, that he's not leaving the zone and he trusts himself. His timing is there. He trusts himself, and yeah, he's Jack.
How badly do you think the group can benefit from that, or where do you think the group can?
Yeah, you can never tell, Adam. It's just like the job that Woody does. Woody helps these guys. He calls these guys. I mean, they're tight. It's tough to be a Major League Baseball player and be successful and uphold all the expectations and then do it day in and day out. And for pitchers to stay on your routine, and they rely on Woody. Now they got another guy, that they'll get to know that has the experience. And, it might be a message here or a message there or some example that he sets in his work. Or, again, I think what he demonstrates out there with, like I said, the pitch to Reynolds 3-2. And those are the things that I think will impact. Plus, he'll go out there and eat up some innings, and people trust him, and it's a good feeling. So, Sensatella is the same way, and I think when Jojo Romero's healthy, he's going to help us a bunch too. So, I think we got better, but we're a long way from being, a team that you can just say roll out the balls and we're going to be fine. We got to play a certain way.
Do you get the sense that we do something unique in the center field defense, that they seem to be turning out special center fielders defensively? You got two right now playing out the center.
Yeah, draft. We draft really good. We just traded a great center fielder in Perkins, and he was and Sal has played plenty of center and won a Gold Glove in right. And Churio has played a ton of center. So I think it's the way they draft and the way they bring up these players is the way we draft and bring up these players. It's center field's a position that in Major League Baseball today, it's tough. You know what I mean? There's not just a plethora of star center fielders. There's some good ones, but we're pleased that we have a guy that he's been through a lot, man. That's the story that I don't know if you guys have written anything about it. Like the story about Mitchell being injured all those years, like 600 at bats coming in like in 4 years. It's a pretty good story. What he's doing. And he didn't start out. He started out a little tentative in outfield. Now he's really going. You'd have to grab him in there when you go in there. Grab him and talk to him. He's just beautiful. Or talk to the teammates about him. Talk to Sal or talk to DL Hall or talk to somebody that just knows him. It's just everybody loves him because he's so real. He keeps it light, but he's not just a fool. You know what I mean? He just keeps it light and at the same time he really cares, and it comes through. It's kind of cool. He was trending better today, and they said in an emergency today they could use him pinch hit. Now, they didn't want to risk it, and we're hopeful.
Sportsbook postgame show with Tim Allen on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
So there's Pat Murphy after the Brewers' 5-2 victory and pointing out that they're what we were talking about last hour in that they're not playing their best baseball.
Definitely not.
He's pointing out you're walking too many guys. Cooper Pratt needs to make a better play. Luis Lara was in a situation to knock in a run less than 2 outs and a runner at third base, etc. That's his way of motivating this whole thing. Notice no conviction word in there. It's coming when they start playing better.
You think it's going to happen?
I do. I think this offense is going to be a lot better.
If they don't play better, will he drop we need to play with more conviction?
Yeah, he won't use it.
He won't use it that way?
He'll use it that way, yes.
Okay.
That he'll say we need that. But the G2 Insurance run of the game, it was a 5-2 victory, so how did you get to 3? That was off the bat of Gary Sanchez.
Long run of days in a row. Sanchez cracks one into deep left field. It is going to fly! El Gary puts the Brewers in front with a solo home run.
Brewers TV on that call right there. It gave them a 3-2 lead at that time. They go on for the 5-2 victory. And we're going to hear from Gary Sanchez coming up here in just a little bit as well. But that was a big one for Gary. And that's a guy, you talk about hitting home runs. That's a guy, it's going to be his job to come off the bench and probably get you a big swing. If you're going to go far, he's probably going to have a big swing or two at some point in the postseason.
Well, right now he's the only power bat you have off the bench besides Vaughn or Bowers if they're not playing in a playoff game.
That's right.
So it's going to be those two if one or the other's not playing. But if Lara's on the bench, he's your only power bat.
So there was your G2 Insurance run of the game, brought to you by G2 Insurance, your friend in insurance. Running a business is like a championship run. One bad hit can take you out of the game. G2 Insurance Services specializes in keeping your business and reputation protected. They offer tailored solutions for restaurants, professional liability, and workman's comp. And they represent top carriers like Erie to find the best combination of coverage and price. Get the defensive line your business deserves. G2 Insurance Services in Brookfield, online at g2ins.com. G2 Insurance, your friend in insurance. Also, there, Pat Murphy mentioned Blake Perkins.
Do we have to?
He did.
I know, but do we have to talk about that nonsense?
He said they traded away a great center fielder. I'm assuming he was referring to his defense.
That's all he could be referring to. Tim, what else would he be referring to?
That's his guy, though.
That's correct.
Mean, that was his guy for sure. And I think all told, Blake played a role in this culture, if you will, for the Brewers. I mean, the one good season he had, and it was maybe a half a season or so, but he was pretty good and instrumental in winning a lot of ball games. He had a couple of walk-offs. I mean, how many home runs did he rob in the one season alone?
Sure.
It's just too bad that he tailed off the way he did. And, we hear from Pat Murphy saying what Christian Yelich, if you guys only knew what he's going through. Now, does he mean a slump?
Could be.
Does he mean his personal life?
Maybe. Could be physical.
Because we knew what Blake Perkins went through, and that's going through something.
Right.
I mean, that can be extremely distracting. When you have a parent that's, on their way out, and that's putting it mildly and probably not appropriately, but I mean, to lose your mother while you're trying to excel in baseball and you're in a slump and things like that, again, that's going through something. Maybe Christian is going through something that you can have Pat Murphy say that.
Or it's just he sucks, and that's what he's going through. Could be.
Wow, you're so
I
nice.
guess.
It could just be instead of reading into it like us media members do, it could just be the obvious of if you only knew what he was going through, meaning he's working all these extra hours in the cages and working with coaches and watching film, and he's working his tail end off and he's not seeing the results and he's going through it right now. Like that just could be what he meant versus anything more than that.
All right, time permitting, we may hear a few words from today's starter making his Brewers debut, Dustin May. He goes 6 innings, a couple of runs given up. It's the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show live here at the 2026 Wisconsin State Fair. We're in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network mobile studios after a Brewers 5-2 win. He had a great Brewers debut. His name is Dustin May. He goes 6 innings, allows a couple of runs, and the Brewers went off to a 5-2 victory. Let's.
Bonamago Jr. is walking up.
Oh, boy.
Beverage in hand.
Oh,
walking with a purpose.
All right. In the meantime, let's hear from the Brewers. Starter today and the latest Brewer making his debut. It's Dustin May.
What did you feel just getting out there for the first time?
Yeah, it was definitely exciting. Definitely had a little rust to knock off. It's been 8 or 9 days since my last one. So, yeah, it was good to get out there and compete. And the guys played great behind me, and we scored some runs. So it was a great team win.
What did you think of some of the defensive plays behind you? It seemed like, you had a reaction to Terang and Mitchell, and you had good reactions to some of those plays.
Yeah. The defensive positioning was great. There was a couple where I'd turn around and be like, "Oh, it's going to be a hit," and they were right there. So that was very cool to see, and very excited to be a part of it.
It was pretty cutter heavy today. Was that a design thing, or was that reacting?
I think it was just kind of what was planned. Fastball was hit or miss, so definitely could have mixed in a couple more sinkers. But yeah, the cutter was planned, so just leaned on it. Yeah.
How did you feel like you were vibing with Gary behind the plate?
I thought it was good. Yeah, I'm definitely going to talk through some things, but I felt like as a broad spectrum, like first one out of the way with the new team, I thought it was very well.
I'm sure you don't have expectations kind of just for how it's going to go. You just want to go out there and do your job in that sense, but just to kind of battle through some of the stuff you have to do, the walks, everything else like that, just to be able to do that, get the win, and kind of still be able to have success in that way, and how the crowd reacted. Just how's that sort of feel with your first day with the new team?
Yeah, it was cool. Being able to go out and, yeah, the walks were kind of brutal. Not a fan of that, but being able to go out and grind through it and get through 6 was cool.
Does a matchup with all the lefties that you saw today kind of influence which fastball it's going to be, maybe how you're going to attack those guys?
Yeah. I know when I throw the cutter, it's a contact pitch. It's not a super swing and miss pitch. So being able to throw that and locate it in the zone up and down, it was good.
How would you describe the adrenaline as it flows through a game like this with a new team and sort of, you've played in the postseason, you've played on a new team before, but how does that flow throughout a game?
Yeah, it's definitely higher in the first, going out there, especially a new team, trying to put a good face out there for yourself. But stepping into a clubhouse that got a great group of guys behind me, it's go and do your thing and be comfortable.
Do you have to fight against that at all, or do you just kind of embrace the sort of desire to put your best foot forward?
I like to embrace it. I like to let it flow through my emotions throughout the game. So I like to suck it all in and let it out whenever it's needed.
You talked about being fiery and introducing yourself to the fan base in that way. Did you feel like yourself out there? I know like a different team and everything, but did you feel like you could utilize all your stuff and be you out there? Yeah,
for the most part. Command was very scattery today, so it wasn't as sharp as I'd like it to be. So we'll get into that in the bullpen and work on a couple of things, getting down the mound, and dial it in a little better for the next one.
There is Dustin May after the 6-inning
You didn't hear any of it.
performance.
You didn't hear any of
No,
it. You were too busy paying attention to Piano Man over
This
here.
thing is cool. I've never seen something like that
Oh,
before.
geez.
That is cool.
He's out here.
This is a rolling piano man.
Literally. Yes, it's a piano on wheels. Some dude in a sequin jacket, cowboy hat,
Oh, he's
sunglasses,
great. He's
singing.
great. I love that dude.
And all black.
I want to give that dude a hug.
Oh.
Yeah, that guy he was singing Brown Eyed Girl, and I was singing along with him on the speakers here. Oh, look at him. Does he steer that himself?
I'm trying to figure it. I don't know, man.
How does
His one foot is kind of half off the back of the platform. His other foot.
That's the
I
craziest.
think he's controlling it with his back left foot by pressing on something.
Oh my goodness.
It's
that
got
is
3
cool.
wheels.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's got 3 wheels.
That is just, I've never seen something like that before.
He's pretty good.
Yeah, no, and talent aside, I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind of a cool thing.
Heck yeah.
He's playing, singing, and steering his little trolley.
Yeah, playing the piano and doing the whole thing. I
Like
mean,
a-
unless he's not actually playing it, it just looks like it and it's pre-programmed, potentially.
I hope not.
I don't think so.
That would rain on my parade. I hope not. Don't say that.
I don't know, man, but he's not controlling it with his hands. I think it's with his foot. That's how he's controlling if he's moving or not.
Some of the sights and sounds here at the 2026 Wisconsin State Fair. Did you know it's the 175th Wisconsin State Fair?
You've only missed 100?
I've just missed. I'm almost there, right with them. I just can't. I'm so distracted.
Yes, you are. Oh my God.
I
Maybe
can't
do all this work to play Dustin May and get all that stuff
Hey,
up, and he doesn't even care.
Hey, Thunder, focus, Thunder.
Yeah,
Come on.
exactly.
I've got the audio emailed to me. I can listen to I can get caught up on Dustin May. It's emailed in my box. So, all right. Well, we are going to be back here at least with the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show on Sunday.
Let's hope this dude's not here, otherwise we're going to get nothing done.
I'm going to end up on that cart with him.
I'm not. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. But yeah, we'll be here Sunday. But you, on the other hand, will be here prior to that.
Yeah, I'm here tomorrow until 6:30. Got the Wisconsin Sports Daily Show, the leadoff show. Then Saturday, we're both in studio for pre and post. And then Sunday, back out here for the leadoff show and the post-game show on Sunday afternoon.
Brewers fire up a 3-game weekend series against the Minnesota Twins. That border battle, I guess they call it. One of the border battles, for sure. 6:40 first pitch after the last pitch. We'll be here. Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network. Charlie, great job today. You're looking super, too,
Thank
by
you.
the way.
I appreciate that.
Just saying. And happy birthday to
Connor
your bride.
Mago's been drinking and is clapping for us.
Yeah, there he is. For
Very
Steve Sparky
excited.
Pfeiffer, my name is Tim Allen. You guys have a great rest of your night. We'll see you tomorrow night after Game 1 against the Twins. And remember, as always, smile, Wisconsin. Bob Euchre is smiling back.
And Cleat.
And Cleat Boyer
Yeah,
smiling
smiling back too, yeah.
Yes. All right.